Here's this Harbour Breeze Cypress point ceiling fan. I recently purchased this at a local thrift store. The original price on it was, I believe, yes, it was $12. Then it went down to $6, and then eventually it went down to $3. It sat there for long enough that they eventually lowered the price to that much. I didn't really want this fan, but I'm glad I picked it up, and quite glad I did. Well, I already said that. It's getting late tonight. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping. At least I'm pretty sure. It's only 9:05, but yeah. So 52-inch Harbour Breeze Cypress point. This fan was, I believe, it was dated of 2021. These were, I believe, initially sold alongside the Harbour Breeze Classic Style, and then eventually replaced the Classic Style. This kind of reminds me when they changed the Builder's Best branding over to Classic Style, and then eventually changed the design of the Classic Style into what I call the Classic Style 2. But Harbour Sneeze continued to call it Classic Style. I'm not really sure why they did that, but instead of adding the number 2 after that, when they've obviously did that with the Harbour Breeze Cheshire, when they released the Harbour Breeze Cheshire 2. And I think Harbour Breeze did a few made a few sequel fans, as I would say. Hampton Bay did that a lot. I think they've even went up to like the number 4. So there's the Huntington 1, 2, 3, and I believe there's possibly a Huntington 4. I know there's like a Reddington 4. There's a Jericho 4. They made all sorts of models like that. I don't know if they ever went up to a Model 5 though. If anyone knows about that, let me know. I'd like to know. But yeah, I picked this up, and there's something about it. Call me crazy, but I feel like this fan looks suspiciously like a more squared off version of the Hampton Bay Quick Connect. I was just so happened to be watching Jordan Yu's video of the Hampton Bay Quick Connect, where he made a video of the freak show and installation of this fan. So I recommend to go follow that. Well, not follow, but watch it. It's a good video. Yeah, just cleaned this one up. It had a good bit of dust on it. It's been running for 2 weeks straight. Somehow in this install, the fan moves a lot more air. We'll fire it up on low. It has the metal pull chain medallion on it, the thick one. So this is right before they went to the thin medallion. And it is new enough that it has the silver pull. Some of these I've seen on the on some of the versions of the Harbour Breeze Centerville. They had a white pull chain, and on the Classic Style 2, 36-inch. So yes, they did use Classic Style 2. I know they used that somewhere. They used it on the 36-inch, but I don't know if they actually ever did for the full-size ones. I'll probably, for the full-size ones with the triangular vents, I'll call those Classic Style 2s. That makes more sense, but I don't know. They did the same thing with the Springfield. They released the Springfield, and I don't believe they called it the Springfield 2. Because when I picked up my Classic Style on a box that said Classic Style, I actually still have the box in the garage. Here's medium. The pull chain on this pulls really nicely. You have to yank on it a good bit, but that's just some of the things of newer fans. On medium speed, it already has a good draft. Low, you feel a bit of air moving, but not much. On medium, you can actually feel a breeze when you're standing under it. If I'm over here at the workbench, I don't really feel much of anything, but we got this duct here, and these fluorescent lights do get in the way of the airflow. Once we get up to high speed, the thing starts to fly. Somehow this fan moves really good air with how it's installed here between these rafters. And I'd say the performance of this is pretty good. I'm sitting over here from the workbench, and now I can feel a breeze. Even from over here I feel a breeze, and I am aware there is another fan running. The HVAC equipment is running, so you probably won't be able to hear the motor hum, but this has the same hum as the Classic Style. This was their direct replacement. Well, the fan on the HVAC equipment went to the low speed. It means it's in the cool down mode, so you might be able to hear it soon. But turn it off. Yeah, not really a fan of these. I prefer to design it a classic style a bit more. I won't say these are bad though. I really like the design of these. They reminded me a lot of the Quick Connect, as I did say, with the proportions of the motor housing and stuff. I am aware that the blade brackets on this are square. The vents are more square. The motor housing is more squared off. Everything else is more squared off. If this was a lot more rounded, like if the motor housing was rounded, the blade arms were rounded, the switch cap was rounded, and the canopy was rounded, this would practically be a clone of the Quick Connect, even if they would have done like slight differences with the vents. Yeah, and this fan I would still say fits in with a lot of modern design. Well, of course it does. It's a modern fan. It's still on my mind after watching Jordan Yu's video, because he said something about the Quick Connect being able to work with modern design. So that's on my mind. Once again, I am very tired. I literally just finished watching this video, and it came to mind that this fan looked like a Quick Connect, and I needed to get a video of it anyway. The bearings on it are really good. So it's also kind of why I'm showing it. Battery charger makes some really annoying noises. Spinning down ever so slightly. The fan's in perfect balance too. I didn't have to balance it or anything. Get a startup noise, if it even has one. It has like a high-pitched motor hum, a lot like the classic styles do. Very quiet. Reverse switch is a bit stiff. It might actually be the first time this fan's ever been reversed. A lot of people like to knock on the classic style. I'll say this fan probably has the same performance as the classic style, but a lot of people like to knock on those. I think they're fairly good. They were my go-to modern fan. I didn't really like these, but these will probably be my new go-tos. They'll probably come out with a Springfield 3, which they'll probably give it some other stupid name, but it would be a version of this with a forearm-like kit, and knowing modern fan manufacturers, it's going to have the candelabra bases in it, so you have to put freaking candelabra REDs in there, and there might be a wattage limiter. Actually, there probably is, making it hard to put like incandescents and stuff. All that crazy stuff. It actually moved there in reverse somehow. How's it over here? Do I feel a breeze? Yeah, it is. Moving those cobwebs. Moving that stuff. I'll say it's good. So, it's no Casablanca or anything, but I say it's a good fan. So, actually I meant to put that on the low. But, yes, Harbour Cypress point 52-inch. Let me know what you think of this. I'm probably going to get a lot of hoopla in the comments saying that, ew, it's a modern fan. I already get enough criticism from the fan community for my liking towards the classic style too. But, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and keep the breeze.